right. Welcome to Primos for Life, the podcast made for the fans, by the fans. And you know who we are. I am Eddie, El Niño Baque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian Dream, Visueta. And we are your self-proclaimed co-host tag team champions. And in tonight's episode, we're going to dive into WWE's Saturday Night Main Event. We're going to talk about all the ups and all the downs and every single thing that happened in between. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's get ready to rumble. What's up, Primo?
Nothing, man. What's going on with you, man? How are you?
I am so happy and excited because we just finished watching Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, bro, but I can't wait to get into it, man. It's yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's I dig the excitement. I dig it. I'm here for it. I'm all about it. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's dive on in. I mean,
as always, before we jump in, a couple of things that I just want to put out there from the previous episode, right? So I want to make a correction. When we were talking about Penta and we were talking about the debut, and I mentioned that I went to an AEW event, Fight for the Fallen. It's been brought to my attention that I got the wrong matches, which makes me happy because that means somebody's listening, right?
Yeah. Great. Hey, man. Thank you, whoever you are.
Yeah, exactly. So I will, be more than happy to correct that for the Fight for the Falling, it was actually the Lucha Brothers versus SoCal Uncensored. That was their tag match.
Not the Young Bucks.
Right. But the main event was the Young Bucks versus the Brotherhood, which was Cody and Dustin, which I guess per story timeline, that was after their one-on-one match. You get what I'm saying? So they were already resolved and they were friends at that point and they were brothers again. So
all right.
So I stand corrected. And again, thank you so much to the fans and to the listeners that everybody's listening. That makes me feel better. That means, already getting heckled. They're like, hey man, you got the wrong everything. He's like, my bad.
Great, man. Great. Yeah, let us know. We'll happily, I know I'm wrong on more than several occasions. So just point it out. Like if you got my number, text me, my email email me. We'll come up with an email for the show and whatever. Like just hit us, please, man. Let us know.
Yeah, so that was definitely a correction that came out. Number two, I definitely want to shout out Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. I don't know if you saw Dynamite this week, but they are the new tag team champions. The Hurt Syndicate is rocking. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan.
Well, I love Shelton Benjamin. I've loved Shelton Benjamin for years. I've been a Shelton guy. All the ladder matches he did, all the Money in the Banks and everything that he participated in. He was, he's amazing. He's amazing. Bobby Lashley, of course, is a beast and a stud. But I'm a big Shelton Benjamin guy, so I'm glad to see they're getting their due. And now it's a good thing once again that it's on Max because now I can go back and watch Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Syndicate or whatever they're called now, still under the tutelage of MVP.
Oh yeah.
Now I can go back and watch that. But yes, awesome. That's actually great. That's fantastic. I did not have a chance to watch Dynamite. I think I was working and I got home late. It was just
yeah.
But no, I was
gonna say the reason why I wanted to shout it out is because I know you're a huge Shelton Benjamin guy, but I'm a big Bobby Lashley guy. So you're gonna enjoy that match. I feel like Private Party did a fantastic job, and I think
Private Party,
the way that the Hurt Syndicate showed their dominance, like fantastic. Like I was really happy.
Well,
yeah,
great. Post once again. Now I get to look forward to something as soon as we finish.
There you go. There you go. All right. And then I don't know if you got a chance to watch Raw and SmackDown this week. This is just a quick observation. We're not going to dive deep into it probably until next week, but I just want to throw this out there because I am a huge soccer fan. And when I say soccer, I meant world football, not American football. I do enjoy American football, but football. And I like what they're doing because I don't know if you know this, but in football or soccer, in world soccer, we are in the midst of a trading window. It's usually the whole month of January. And, throughout the month, teams make exchanges and they put people out on loan or they purchase new players to help the team obviously get to the next level. And I like that WWE has taken a page from that like style. And I don't know if you saw SmackDown, but Damian Priest was recently acquired or transferred over from Raw to SmackDown. And I just appreciate and like the style that they're doing. It's almost like they have a transfer window in the whole month of January and people are moving back and forth. And I like that style. It makes it a little bit more realistic to me. It makes it a little bit more like worldly sports-esque, especially now that they have a global viewing now that they've been on Netflix. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I appreciate it. And I want to just shout that out. I think that's fantastic.
Well, I noticed it as well when they said something about like Bailey was on the other day and she was like, I'm on full time on Raw and and I was like, okay. And I noticed it. I was like, oh, now it says these people are here, these people are there. I'm like, great. Because I'm not sure if there is a draft coming. I mean, I have rumors, of course, there's always a draft or whatever, but I'm just like, okay, I agree with you. I think this is kind of a cooler way to do it. I wish they would have been a little more open about it and been like, just so you know, like in the month of January, there'll be some signings or whatever, something along the lines. Because if you're not watching the full thing, if you're just fast forwarding or you're just then you're missing some of these key things that are happening in terms of just, people saying, like I said, Bailey, I'm officially here. And if you just fast forwarded through her interview, then you have no idea that now she's on Raw. So yeah, I wish I would have kind of given a heads up, but with you, yeah, I think it's a lot better than just having to be stuck on the draft and like, waiting through that entire thing. Cause then it's always like, okay, the draft is a 3-hour show, only 8 people get drafted, and then the next show 8 people get drafted, and then you're like, great, some of them not gonna go online. And it's like,
it's like the wave. It's the wave. It's like, oh yeah, in pick 5, it was just like, oh, okay,
well, no, that's fine. That's so yeah. So no, that's great. Damn. All right, Priest is going to SmackDown. I missed SmackDown on last night.
SmackDown was really solid too. I watched it. It was fun. Definitely entertaining. So you should definitely go back and check that. You got some homework to do, sir.
yeah. Well, last night was a long one. I got home late, and then today I had to go to a birthday party for a friend of my son. Monster Truck. Was it Monster Jam? I went to Monster Jam.
Oh,
so
fun.
Yeah. So I didn't have a chance to really catch up on Raw. But once again, I will do. I'll do the Hurt Syndicate, and now I'll see this. But yeah, I want to make sure that I get back on SmackDown, especially now if Priest is going to be there. That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Because once again, I know you and I are both big Priest guys.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. That's why I was
fantastic.
I was so with it. Okay, so that's all I need to call out before we get into Saturday night's main event. And is there anything you want to call out before we move on?
I don't believe so. I think everything is pretty much. No one had mentioned anything to me about it, although I did speak to a couple people who said, "Oh, yeah, I was listening," and then I was just like, "Oh man!" Like it actually took me a second. I was taking it back. I was like, "Wait, so like you actually listened?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like,
"Yeah,
man, I was on my way to work." He's like, "You're talking wrestling, big wrestling, and it's you." So we talk wrestling all the time. I'm like, "Oh man, that's like the nicest thing somebody said to me in a while." He's like, I was like, "No, thanks." I was like, "But I appreciate it." So once again, thank you. That's all. Like I wanted to thank it. Thanks to everyone who's taking the time to give us a listen. It's really. Yeah, it's great. It's huge, and thank you guys. Makes us feel really good, and yeah. So, so let's do Saturday night's main event.
There you go.
And I was a little thrown off. Not like I don't want to say thrown off, but so started at 8:00 Eastern time. Well, you and I are both Eastern time. And so I was, turned on at like 7:00, figuring there'd be some kind of a pre-show or something.
Same.
And nothing.
And
then I was like, okay, maybe 7:30.
Same
maybe
thing.
It's because it's maybe. So I went back at like 7:32 or whatever, 7:29, whatever time it was, and nothing. I was like, all right, well. Then 7:55.
Yep.
It still says coverage will begin. I'm like, oh, we are truly going to 8:00. Like this is what's happening. Okay, great, cool. Like let's roll. But so a little surprised there that there wasn't any kind of like a pre-show or anything like that, because especially, I mean, I understand that it's on NBC.
I think that's what
in terms
it was.
of national television, but I would figure that at least Peacock would do a pre-show on the app.
Right. Yeah.
So
So actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because I thought the same exact thing. I did the same exact thing. I was like, I had it as like a double espresso shot, like around 4 o'clock. That's why I'm wide awake
I had a
and I'm
double espresso
wired.
shot. Like,
So
I'm watching. I'm not falling asleep this time.
yeah, so like I was wired. I was ready to roll, and that's why I'm so happy we're doing this right after the event was over because everything's going to be fresh in our minds. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
no, I'm completely down.
Yeah, but I completely agree with you. I thought the same exact thing. I did at 7, 7:30, 7:55, and I was like, "But wait a minute, what's going on?" But then it did click. Well, it's on NBC, like on national
Right,
television. So I'm pretty sure they had to follow the guidelines to that because I
right.
even thought later on the commercials were long, but they were probably mimicking everything, you
Well,
know.
they're doing whatever's on in the prime time slot.
Right. Exactly.
Whatever commercial breaks are given to the shows on that prime time slot is what they're still going to be given
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
time frame because they pay for that advertising is paid for. So
exactly.
it's once again what I can piece together. I am not a marketing executive at NBC, so whatever.
But you sound like one, so I mean, I gotta.
Hey, yeah,
Hey.
I can bowl my way through that. Fantastic.
All right. Well, the start of the show when it did come on, the first thing,
At 8 o'clock on the news.
the one thing that I did see were the walk-ins, and I do appreciate the walk-ins. Everybody looks fabulous.
Right.
The only person, and I'm just a hater, it was Nia Jax. Why was she the only one in sweats coming down the escalator while everybody got their luggage looking good and their, designer shades and designer jackets and their, $20,000 Cuban links. And then Nia's just walking in like she just woke up from a nap. So
She rolls comfy, dog. She rolls comfy. She just, hey man, she just gotta get to the building, whoop that ass, and then get out. She just,
yeah, yeah, no, but me, I'm just like I'm not a huge Nia fan in general, but
Mhm.
but in terms of the match, which we will get into, you'll get my full review on that. But
Okay.
after that, and I guess AEW has kind of like ruined this for me, but just seeing old people arrive, you saw the $1 Million Man show up, Jesse
Yeah, I
Ventura
saw that.
in the
Yeah,
beginning, and I was just like, guys, I know nostalgia sells, but please, like, have these
yeah.
people.
You're getting tired of it. Like
Yeah, just stop. Like, I get it, I get it.
they did. I noticed they did pull a lot of the premiere Netflix episode cameos of here's Hacksaw Jim Duggan and here's the $1 Million Man, and and it's just like,
Here's Fluffy
oh
again.
great, oh yeah. I'm like, dude, okay, listen, dude, I understand you're a fan.
If you didn't
but
know,
let's
now you
let's not take every opportunity to get on the camera on WWE TV.
know.
But I
Mhm.
love his hustle, so I can't agree with that. I can't
Yeah,
hate because
yeah, yeah.
because if I had the means to be able to go to those shows and take those seats, I absolutely would. So
Oh yeah. Oh, like that dude with the green shirt and the smiley face that's always
it's
on
always
camera.
there. Yes.
That guy. That guy. I wish I could. A. I wish I knew what he did for a living, and B. Like how, right? Because he's in every
How?
city. He's in every event. Like it's wild.
How?
In front row.
It's crazy.
In front row.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
But after we saw all that, then starts the actual show, and I definitely do love the retro intro. I loved it, and I definitely like with the updated, obviously, videos of like Cody and Kevin Owens and everybody, like the modern roster with that '80s feel. I definitely could appreciate that, So I definitely like that part.
Very
Yeah.
well done opening. I thought as well. I was like, all right, good, dig it. Like yes,
Mhm.
like and just even the music, the way everything came around, I was like, oh man, it's
Yeah.
like because and they ran it perfectly because the way they opened it is the way that I remember when they were like Saturday Night Live will not be shown tonight. And we're
Mhm.
showing you because I remember when the TV guide came out. That's right, people. Okay, when I was young, we had a TV
What's a
guide.
TV guide?
It was a physical book, tiny physical book that gave you the listings of all the programming and channels. And when that TV guide came out, and me and my brother looked, and we saw that it wasn't SNL and it was Saturday Night's Main Event. It was awesome. So that intro package that
Nice.
they had, and they did it that old school, like Saturday Night Live will not be on. I thought was geniusly done, and I really appreciated it. So I agree with you. Kudos to WWE and that opening segment, the opening
Yeah.
package or whatever you want to call it, the opening,
Yeah. The
the
opening.
opening,
The opening.
the opening. Yeah, So
yeah, fantastic. And then I was surprised that the starting match was actually Naya and Rhea. I was surprised about that.
Yeah, well, as we get through it, because you and I also made picks on the last episode. So as we go through, I'll tell you why I think why I thought it was going to be first overall. But I was kind of surprised as well. I thought they would have. My thing was probably to start with Braun and Fatu. That's I was thinking they're probably going to start with that since it's not the championship, it's not the only one that doesn't have a belt involved, and then they'll go through everything else. But yeah, no, I was surprised to see it early, but I mean, I guess just get them in early, like start with the women and bring in that whole crowd, make sure everybody's watching, so you can do everything else later on. But I thought because you and I had both said that Rhea Ripley will retain, that I'm like,
yeah,
this is a no brainer. So this is probably why this is on first.
Yeah. But let me tell you, I as much as of a Nia Jax hater that I am, I actually enjoyed this match, and I'll tell you why I enjoyed it.
Okay,
I enjoyed it because it was fast paced, it was nonstop, it was quick, which I felt was like crazy. And commentary was hysterical. At one point, when Rhea is coming out on the apron and she's closer to the ring, Pat McAfee goes, "She's tall, she's strong, and she got a tattoo on her kneecap." And I was like, okay, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was hysterical. I was like, okay, Pat, I see you you're observant, you know.
Thank you, Pat. All right, we got it.
But yeah, I mean, for all the reasons that I just stated, I was a huge fan of the match. I enjoyed it a lot. No complaint.
No, the match itself, I thought they ran sufficient time, given all the time that it's needed. I thought there was a couple spots where you could see Rhea trying to get Nia up for certain moves or stuff like that, and you could see the struggle is real. But no, it was well done. Of course, the outcome was the outcome. Figured it was going to happen. Love that it didn't have to go to something cheap. It was just a flat out clean dub for Rhea, and just keep it moving. Like so dig it. But I agree with you. First match of the night, I was like, great, okay, cool, solid match. Nothing spectacular, but not a huge letdown. So I'm middle of the pack right now. I'm like, great, straight. Let's keep it going. So far, so good.
A good way to start the night. I thought it was pretty solid, and I was happy with the ending. Really good. No complaints.
None whatsoever.
The only complaint that I had as far as the programming itself, though, was you mentioned it in a few episodes behind, but like about the picture-in-picture, man. I really wish that was a thing.
Man. I really want that picture-in-picture, man. Really do.
Yeah, no, you're right on the money with that, because I feel like there were moments in every match, really. Every match, I felt like there was moments where like, what is going on? Because they were good. They cut off at certain parts where either the match was about to build up or whatever. Like they weren't down long enough for those commercials to get through, so that when the picture came back, it was like in the middle of like something intense.
How did we get to this particular point of the situation? Like,
right, exactly. But that's a NBC Peacock situation. That's not a WWE issue. I feel like had they perfected that or fixed that, I feel like my overall rating at the end, it would have been higher, 5 more points for me.
I mean, I understand. I made the point. So yeah, picture that picture, and like I said, I'm not even that. I don't believe you're saying it either. That it needs to happen all the time. But if you're going to take 2 breaks in a match, give us one of them a little picture-in-picture action, something like that. And then knowing when those picture-in-picture spots would come in, you can write differently. And to your point, keep something very steady when you know you're not going to be doing picture-in-picture. So this just needs to be Seth Rollins is on top now. Let's just keep him slow playing, and then when he come back, he's still on top then. So yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So what's your overall grade for the match?
I'm gonna go 7.5. Yeah, standard match. Nothing crazy. Story well told. Clean win. Not really moving the needle, but there was nothing terrible where I was like, oh god, why did I watch this? So I'll go 7.75.
Yeah. Yeah, I could agree with that. I was leaning more like 7.58, but yeah, I think 7.5 is like a solid grade for that match. You're right. It hit all the points. It was a good way to start the night. I agree. All right. So number 2, next match was Braun Breaker versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental
Yes.
Championship.
This is where you
Yes.
had
So
Sheamus, because you were like, I think there's going to be a title change at main event, and I rolled with Braun.
Well, they made such a big deal about it on social media, and even during the match, they were like, this is the only championship that he hasn't won yet, and da-da-da-da. So I was like, oh, tonight's his night.
Should be the night, and then he can run with it for a little while and then lose it at like Mania or something, the Elimination Chamber or something.
Right.
Yeah. No. Sorry, I agree, but I held that one down with the Braun Breaker pick, and it panned out as such. Solid match. So I mean, Sheamus is a little long in the tooth, so a couple spots here and there you could tell laboring or whatever. But I mean, little Steiner, man, little Steiner's he's good, but I'm still just, there's something that's not allowing me to be on him the way everyone else is already. But he's good. He's very talented and very quick. He's very nimble for a guy at his size and speed. He's great. No, he's good. I just waiting for that moment, for that aha moment where I click. So, but good match, very good match, very well done. Like I said, Sheamus a little long in the tooth, so a little bit there, but good storyline for him. Right, make him relevant for a little while at least. Hey, he hasn't this now. Maybe this may be the chance. This may be the time. Da, 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 da. So yeah, but I'm curious to think what you thought about this match.
I'm almost on the opposite end of that. When you, I think this is the match that did it for me to be a Braun believer, because I really felt like first of all, this is another fast-paced, action-packed match. I mean, they were going tit for tat, with the knee to the face, with the spear off the stairs, like in midair, the Frankensteiner right off the turnbuckle, and there were moments where you didn't know who really was going to win the match until the end.
I agree with you 100% on that fact. Yes.
So I think that this match, and then even again the smart commentary, right? They were making fun of I don't know if you picked this up. He's like, well, at the end of the day, he's a Steiner, and he doesn't know how to do like the Steiner math. Remember, because obviously Scott Steiner has that infamous, the triple threat math. You got a 33% chance of all that stuff. So everything surrounding this match really made me get behind Braun in such a way that I was like, I mean, think about it this way, right? For him to be a new guy or a new talent, to be able to go in there with a veteran like Sheamus and they put on a banger. I mean, that's props to both of them, right? Because, Sheamus made him look incredible, but Braun could keep up. You know what I mean? Not like a Carmelo Hayes where, he fumbles sometimes. You know what I mean? Like this, I'm talking about like upcoming NXT talent, right? Like there's a reason why this guy has the working class title, right? Which is the IC belt. So I was a huge fan of this match. I was screaming at my TV. I was involved. I was really happy with it. So for real, it was really good.
Okay. Well, I mean, I like I said, you're turning the corner with Braun Breaker right now. I'm still waiting for it, but I agree with you. Like I feel it coming, but because he's getting better every time I see it more and more, it's not nearly as I want to be as dismissive as I have been previously. So very good match. I mean, good match in terms of keeping my entertainment solid, stuff like that. I'm gonna give this probably like an 8.5. Good match. Good match. Not amazing, but I mean very good. And like I said, the two very good. I mean, Sheamus, of course, the veteran, and knows better than anyone how to take bumps and make and sell and do everything in the ring to still look believable after all these years of doing it. So Very, very solid match. I'm gonna go like 8.85 on the scale there, personally.
But which one is it? 8 or 8.5?
I'm gonna go 8.
Okay. Yeah. I think because of the turning, like you said, turning of the corner for me on Braun, I think gives it that extra 5. So I give it an 8.5
right.
for
Makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So far we're so you were 1-1 at this point on your picks, and I am 2-0 at this point, going into the mid portion of the evening, which was a fantastically run segment of Shawn Michaels doing the contract signing, as he's been put in charge of one thing, getting the 2 names on the contract. And he had to get Cody Rhodes and KO to sign on the dotted line. I thought this was a fun segment. I enjoyed it a lot. I
agree.
KO just completely just still whining and complaining, and then Cody's finally like, you know what, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Like, and then Cody with almost like a look ahead kind of moment where he was just like, you know what, I don't even see you. I'm focusing on defending this belt at Mania. Like, oh fool, you're looking past Kevin Owens, fool. Oh, my man. Yeah, and I was surprised Kevin Owens didn't jump all over that, because that had been something that I thought he would have jumped all over.
Yeah.
But that should be me. It should be me. All the stuff that you got when you came here, it's gonna be mine. And then Michael's, you sound like a crybaby. Like, oh man, come on, man, just
yeah,
that's
like
what
you're
he's jealous.
jealous.
Like, come on, no, you're jealous of me. It's like, oh man, it's like, come on, Sean, do we have to do this? Just shh. Take your chance and super kick somebody when they give you the nod. Up until then, silencio, dude.
But if I was a betting man, I definitely would have bet that Kevin Owens was going to get
of course.
Sweet Chin Music.
Yeah. Oh, well, see, because I thought about that, and I was like, here's the thing, though. Because my thought process is Cody comes out as champion, you give Kevin Owens kind of a spot here. So my thought process was Michaels misses Kevin Owens and connects on Cody accidentally. Cody stuns KO stuns Michaels, and then he stands tall because he's not going to stand tall at the Rumble. So that's why I was thinking. I was like, "Ooh, okay, all right." So this is, and then we hit. I was like, "Okay." Well, first Cody Rhodes hit him with a super kick, and then Michaels came at him on. But yeah, no, fun segment, dug it. And the part that did stick out to me was I have to worry about defending this at Mania. So sign the contract. Like, oh, dude, chill, biscuit, chill.
Putting the cart before the horse kind of situation.
Yes, very far ahead of El Caballo.
El Caballo. But you know what though? I'm kind of mad now because I enjoyed the segment originally, but I kind of like the way you just rewrote it. I think that would have been so much better.
Like I said, just because for me, it's a lot of times because I've noticed that, like, going into the pay-per-view, the person who's gonna lose the match will have the moment at the show prior to that pay-per-view.
Right.
So that's why I was just kind of like, all right, well, then this is prize. And then also when they both connected, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, it makes sense, shit, absolutely. So no, but fun segment, and I was good. I was happy. I was like, all right, fun, great. And then all of a sudden, Michaels, he's like, I'm sweating out here. And then he takes his jacket off. He's got that blue shirt, and you can see the sweat spot. I was like, they don't have air conditioning back there for you, HBK. Come on, man, sweating. Oh man.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, that was a mad dark blue spot on his back.
No, okay. So, what do you grade the segment then?
Okay, yeah,
it counts.
Segment, I'll give 8.5.
Yeah, I agree.
8.5.
I thought it was solid.
Cody Rhodes was finally annoyed. KO's complaining like whatever, and Michaels get to do some Sweet Chin music. So for all those, 8.5.
Win for everybody. Nice. Oh, right. And then, okay, coming up next, then obviously Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. Man, ooh, you want to start this one?
Sure. Yeah, I'll start. Okay, first of all, Tama Tonga coming out, just popping smack when he's walking out with Fatu, and the fact that Fatu now gets to talk during his entrance, I think is awesome. I think it's fun. I
Yeah,
think
I
I
like it.
like these, and I like Tamatanga. I'm like, at first I didn't like him. Well, you know what? This guy, this is kind of my guy right here. This guy's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I,
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm like, yeah. But no, but yeah, I think good match. Well, yeah,
Mm.
okay match. Fatu had some good spots. Strowman
Oh.
is still, I mean, Fatu is a lot more nimble than Strowman. So there was a couple
Mm-hmm.
spots where you noticed just how much more nimble he was than Strowman. Um, so oh, good match. Okay, a good match. Um, the ending there, I was kind of thrown off by just because we've seen this fairly recently with Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, where
Okay.
it was, and I say semi recently as if this happened within the past 3 months. It's probably been like 7. But like just the he's going back up there. He's going to keep coming after him. He's going to keep coming after him and leave and then come back and come after him and then da 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 da. But so I get what you're doing. You want to showcase Fatu. You want to put him over. And you want to make him take Strowman out and show that he's going to take out the big dude there, like the guy, the monster among men,
Yeah.
the dude. Right? I get it. Yes. But with Bronson Reed literally doing the same thing, and he went up 3 times, and I think Fatu went back 3 times. Like it was almost copy paste. You know.
Identical. Yeah.
But I like Fatu, and I so. So that's a good match. Finish was just because, like I said, I felt like seen it before. You could have done it a different way. You could have maybe put a chair around his neck and then had him like run a knee into it or something. But I think to go and just do the move, his finishing move, go down the ramp, come back, do it again, go, come back. We had just seen it. But that's me. I don't know. I mean, you talk to me. You tell me how you felt.
No. Now that you like pointed that out, I kind of can't unsee it. But had you not pointed it out, I actually enjoyed it a lot. Um, I agree with you. I like that he could, when he comes out of the ring, Jacob Fatu comes out, he can now like trash talk because he did it on SmackDown also. Um, and I like that's like his thing now. Um, I just like the way that the match was sold. Like you had two
Right.
monsters going at it. Um, I think the reason why I liked this version of it better now that you've put the Seth and the Bronson Reed one in my head, I like this one better because again, it was another fast paced, like blow for blow, monster from against monster situation. Like, I loved it. And then shout outs to Braun Strowman for the sell because once he had him in that corner and just kept like knocking his head into the turnbuckle and he started bleeding, I was like, oh man, not only did you just solidify Fatu as a force to be reckoned with, but now he's
Right.
dangerous. You know what I mean? Like that's the
Yeah.
way I
Yeah.
saw it. And I was like, oh man, like this guy is no joke, um and then the moonsault, the doing it 3 times. Yeah, I can see that. Um, I guess the other thing that's almost now repetitive now that I'm thinking about it is the breaking up, right? If you notice, like I feel like every week there's always the managers, a couple of refs, security, like
Yeah.
breaking people
Yeah.
up. And I feel like, man, every like
You know who's getting a lot of time? Jamie Noble is getting a lot of TV time because in his suit he's coming in. I'm like, why is Jamie Noble?
yeah,
What is happening? Right? Like, come on, man. Him and like Jason Jordan, and I'm like, oh, come on,
yeah.
dude. Like, I've seen you. I've
Mhm.
seen you
Like
three
stop pulling the
times
curtain
this
back.
episode. 3 times. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, no, and I agree. But you're right. It's like it's almost like they're using they're like copy and pasting certain things. It's like, oh yeah, this sells, this works. People make this more believable, so they
Mhm.
kind of throw it in there. But eliminating that part of the equation and just seeing the match for what it was, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like, you know, smart and now I think, to be honest with you, now it also like I was thinking about the future, and I'm like, okay, it's now does that set up a beef between them? Because Braun has to get, his
he'll come
rematch.
back.
You know what I mean? To show that,
It depends on if they shelf him and for how long. Because maybe he was due to take some time, take a month off anyway, or something like that. But it all depends on if he could. I mean, he could come back at the maybe they'll link up at the Rumble. Maybe that's they take each other out at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Like, now their agitation has cost them both a shot at the championship. And that's literally how the writers are pitching it backstage. Like, you have to go
No, but I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot, and my grade it was an 8.5, but since you threw that other part in there, I mean, now it's probably like a 8, maybe 7.5.
I'm
maybe
7.
8. I'll give it
an
7.
7.
Ooh, solid wow, C. Whole grade down. Okay, that's fair.
Just because, like I said, the ending kind of got me. And the match, like I said, was good. It was hard hitting, fast paced, but a lot of spots of like Strowman chugga choo choo coming around the ring and stuff like like all right, man, okay. But so I'm gonna go 7. Great athletes, amazing. They're fantastic at what they do. Please respect to
please
to everybody. Don't cut after me. I talk as a fan. Okay, we have to remind everybody we are fans having this conversation. We don't claim to be the wrestling writers or anything like that. We're truly coming at it from a fan aspect.
Calm down. Jacob or Braun is not coming to your house and rip your head off.
Got to be one of them. It could be Joe Blow down the block who's like, hey, man, I love wrestling. And then push like an elbow to the face. Like, hey.
But why wrestling, bro?
Wrestling.
I know. Two things I want to point out from that match, though, before we move on, was how messed up is the crowd for saying one more time while Braun is like bleeding and like barely could move, and everybody's like one more time, but Jacob goes on the ropes and does it one more time. I thought that was hysterical but messed up.
Hey, man, the people came to see what they want to see, man. They want to see action.
Yeah, that's
nothing
fair.
Like a huge Samoan backflipping off a turnbuckle. So
no, you're right.
I paid to see that twice.
You're right. But shout outs to Braun Strowman for the sell, man. I think that's what gave it the extra points for me. He like really sold it. Like oh man, Jacob is serious. You know what I mean? So I was happy with it. Happy with it. All right. And then we finally get to the main event. Gunther, the Ring versus main event Jey Uso.
Eat.
So,
what do you think? This went. Oh wait. So both of us, before we forget, both of us were wrong with our pick in the last match because we both went Fat 2 and we both were wrong because Strowman won via DQ. So that puts your record at 1-2 and my record at 2-1 going into the last match of the evening. Very good match. I thought they did a great job of making Jey look as strong and competent and can go toe to toe with the world champion. I think Gunther did a really good job of making it look believable that he was afraid that Jey had become a threat. Like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
this is gonna be a match. I thought this was gonna be a walk in the park. Nah, this fool came to wrestle or wrestle. So good match. Probably my favorite match of the evening. In terms of keeping my interest and everything like that. Good sells. A lot of finishers by Jey. He got 2 spears off, a splash, a couple things, a couple super kicks. But overall went exactly pretty much the way you and I thought it was going to be. But I thought they did a great storytelling in this match. That's probably the one thing that came out of it. I think the storytelling in this match was better than anyone in the evening, and I think that's probably why I'm going to give it my favorite match of the night. But yeah, no, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, nice. I agree with that. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Leading into the match, during Jay's entrance, did you peep the little cute kid with the yeet glasses eating with them next?
Man,
I thought that was
happy.
awesome.
He was in his glory, man.
Yeah. I thought that was awesome that they were able to, shoot that and show, that Jay's for the people. You know what I mean? And that's what you want when he's a face. And but then going into the match, you're right. I loved the storytelling there. I loved that even at the end of the match that where Gunther like stares at him and he was like, oh yeah, like you got a little bit more of my respect now. Like I'm not gonna shake your hand, but I acknowledge you as like you said, a threat. So I liked it. It was fantastic. The chops. Did you see how red Jay's chest was?
I'm looking at. I'm like, these spots are just popping up all and especially with Jay because he's already a tan dude and he's got tattoos. So to be able to see the blush come on that, I was like, ooh, that stings.
Yeah. And then I think my only beef again was because they cut to commercials and then there was no picture for that. And I feel like
there was one point where I noticed. I think they came back and I was like, wait, what happened? Like,
no, but you're right. And at one point they were outside of the ring, or I think Jay was out, and then they were both in the middle of the ring, like in the middle of a move. And I'm like, oh no.
Meanwhile, I'm watching commercials for Law and Order, Organized Crime, and Baskin Robbins. And it's like, come on, man. Come on.
No, real side note on the commercials. I love the John Cena McDonald's.
the buy one, get one for $1 or whatever.
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, and then you can't see, and then it disappears. Like, oh man,
well done,
hysterical.
Well done, McDonald's.
Yeah, but Jay's chest was blood red. Match was fantastic. It was believable. It just makes Gunther look that much more like a threat and like a champion's champion, and it really sets up Jay to almost be like, oh man, you're that much closer to becoming a world champion someday.
Big fan of this. Big fan of this because, like I said, I do like Jay, so I do want to see him get his props. So I thought very, very well done match. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go 8-5. I'm going
8-5. 8-5. Yeah. I agree. 8-5. Solid. Yeah, definitely. So, okay then. So overall, the event overall, what's the grade?
Overall, I'm going to go 7-5. 7-5.
Okay.
7-5. I might be able to talk myself into an 8, but I'm gonna go 7-5. Good, solid. Told your stories. Nothing crazy happened. In terms of belts changing hand or insane storylines. Maybe Braun Strowman now misses a little time because of this beating that he took at the hands of Jacob Fatu. But other than that, great. I'm gonna go 7-5. That's me.
Yeah. No, I originally gave it an 8-5, but you talked me out of taking out 5 points, 0.5 points because of the Jacob Braun. So I think I'm now.
I'm sorry, I'm harshing your buzz, bro.
No, because that's as a fan, I should have been able to pick that up, and I'm just like, oh, you're right. He's right. And when you're right, man. I'll give you your props. But I give it an 8 because overall it was extremely entertaining. The flow was really good. I wasn't bored at all. I didn't doze off at all. I didn't like it wasn't, and I think exactly. And then what I appreciate about it was the fact that it was just quick. Everything was quick. It was like, you got my attention. Okay, what's happening? Oh, what? He did his signature. Oh, he did his signature. He did his finisher. He's again. Boom. 1-2-0, 1-2-0, 1-2-3. Boom. What just happened? And it's just like, and I felt like that was the flow of everything.
The good thing there with that is because it was a 2-hour show. It's already a quicker hit than Raw or PLE or the new SmackDown. Now, when you take the 2-hour show and you put it on national broadcast TV, you got to figure you're taking maybe 20 to 25 to 35 minutes out for commercials. So you have to have an action-packed hour and 20 in, which is what they gave us. And I agree with you. I thought it was in that aspect, momentum. It kept moving. I was never looking around to do something different. So but I'm going 7-5. So you're going 8. But overall, good show. Not mad at it. good way to roll into Monday. Have a couple questions asked, and now we have a very important week ahead of us because we have a Monday Night Raw and a SmackDown that lead into the Royal Rumble on Saturday night. So as per what we can tell the listeners out there who are listening, that our current plan is to come to you prior to the SummerSlam PLE with our Raw recap and SummerSlam PLE look ahead show. So,
you mean Rumble?
See that?
I was like SummerSlam. It's like, wait, what? You just skipped WrestleMania.
Yeah, the Rumble look ahead show. So, just plans that you and I had. I figured we just share with everybody, give them something to look forward to.
Yeah,
just keep checking, set the notifications, keep checking, because we weren't expected to do it, but tonight we figured it could use a recap episode, and we love to talk wrestling anyway, so that's why we're here.
No, I agree. I want to jump into it right now, but you're right. I think you made a very valid point. It's important to watch the going home shows before the Rumble because things are always subject to change. We could get swerved on Monday or on SmackDown, but I'm definitely excited to talk about who we think is going to make an appearance, who we know as of now that's going to be an entry in the Rumbles, both men and women, and then also what we think is going to happen, right? Like, because I think that's the part that I'm excited about, because I feel like I've logically made a story in my head that makes sense to the road to WrestleMania, but I don't think it's going to happen because it's just me being a fan and it's fantasy booking.
And we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. So
right.
Well, I think you're right. I think I do. I can't look forward, but I also want to throw something your way as kind of a thought process, because like you said, we want to talk about who could be making possible appearances. So just a couple questions I want you to think for our coming up episode. Will there be, if any, and who legends that show up? TNA, NXT stars. Do your final four. I'm interested to hear who your final four would be. So I want you to take a couple moments to think about that, because I do want to broach that on the next one. And then, of course, ultimately your winners. So I think that would be some nice verses. And if anybody's listening and you have a way to get in touch with us, email, phone number, something like that, and you want to let us know what your picks are or what you have, and we can read it when we're here and kind of chat along with it and kind of vibe on it as well. So I think also kind of a way to do a little interaction early on, So that'd be fun. Oh man, I can't wait till the next episode. You're fantastic.
Well, folks, this wraps up our episode for the Saturday night main event recap, and also a preview of what we're going to talk about next episode. There's no secret. Royal Rumble. We can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait to record this episode.
It's my favorite of all the PLEs. And no questions.
So. Yeah. All right, man. All right, Primo. Well, you know what to do, man.
I guess I kind of do. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you when we see you. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys. Peace.
See you later.